Hi, my name is Allison Ray. I'm a student at Hawking College, and I will be talking to you about how to prepare a first aid kit for on the go in your car. Have it ready. I recently just took my daughter to the park, and unexpectedly she did slide a little bit fast on the slide and fell and busted her elbow up. She needed a Band-Aid and some sanitized wipes to get it all cleaned. But I didn't have one. I didn't know I needed one on that trip. I really didn't expect her to go that fast and fall and bust her elbow with me watching. But, like I said, these are unexpected. We don't know what's going to happen. So, luckily, there was a woman that saw me struggling to take her to the bathroom to get it wiped up. And she actually had sanitized wipes and Band-Aids and Neosporin. And luckily, she helped me get her cleaned up. If it wasn't for good people, that's why we need to be ready. In case somebody needed our help, in case our child needed our help, we have these things. Some of the silly things that kind of go in a first aid kit, but kind of not. The overprotective parents. Some take a thermometer. I guess sometimes maybe they might spike a temp, but most of the times they won't. So, generally you don't need this, but if you're an overprotective parent or overprotective of the child you're watching, you can have a thermometer. I recently just went to a drugstore and bought Johnson's & Johnson's first aid kit. This one's already ready. But I do have people that do watch my daughter and do take her to the park sometimes. So I actually loaned this to one of them, and I went and bought my own. So I just kind of threw together what mine is going to be. Some of the other things that you may not think of, but would be a little bit handy to have in it, would be a cold pack or a hand warmer in case you take them when it's kind of chilly outside. But a cold pack, especially during the summer, it would, if it's sprained ankle or something, this would do it justice until you got home. Another thing that I thought was kind of important was to have a glow stick. I know I usually, if it's really hot outside, I don't take my child until it's kind of like sundown, warmer to where the slides and stuff aren't so hot and don't burn her skin. But so these are always flammable. It is non-toxic, non-flammable, and weatherproof. So, I mean, you can buy these at like the Dollar Tree in the section. So these are always great to have, even just laying around. I know I have plenty of these, and not this brand, but just laying around my house. Let's get down to the basics, the nitty-gritty of what you need to have. Even if you just throw these things in your glove compartment, at least you have them. One of these would be some sterile wipes. These are Johnson's & Johnson's brand, and these are cleaning wipes. And you like to have these just because bacteria does live at the playground, does live at the store, does live everywhere. So if they do get a cut, you want to clean it up. And you can find these at basically any drugstore. They do come in a big package. Right now I just have 3 because that's what came in my first aid kit. You can go to Walmart, Dollar Tree. Most places will have these. Not this brand, but even knockoff brands probably work. So these are always great. You may want to have like maybe 10 of these stashed in your car and ready to go, even if you're not going to use them. Another thing that I found very helpful is I have anti-itch cream. Sometimes you get bit by a mosquito and you're starting to itch and stuff, so this is always great to have. You can find these at, I would say, Walmart, and they have big packages of them, or they have tubes, and they roughly cost probably around $5, so it's not that bad if you're wanting to stay protected, I guess. One of the best things about having a young child, and I know I go through this a lot, and I'm pretty sure if you go to a park, you'll probably go through it a lot with a young child, is Neosporin. This Neosporin is the actual Neosporin brand. They have knockoff brands, but I find that they do not work as well as Neosporin. So after you get your wound all cleaned up, you want to have something to protect it. Make sure no extra bacteria is getting in before you get Band-Aids put on. So this is great to have like in your car. Like just it's little. It's tiny. Just stash it in your glove compartment. No one will ever know. Most of this stuff is little, and you don't have to have a lot of it. Like one tube of this goes a long way. Like one tube of this goes a long way. The cleaning wipes, you may need more because you can't use this over and over again. Another thing that you will have to have in case they do is Band-Aids. I do have this in my house, so, but I use this on the go. I threw some of these in my first aid kit. This was cheaper than buying some of these and some of these, but you want to have multiple sizes. Like these are standard Band-Aids, but you want to have some of the bigger ones, like the huge ones. These are littler Band-Aids, but you want to have some big ones, like some gauze type Band-Aids, just in case you have that big cut on your elbow or that big cut somewhere else. Here's one of the bigger ones that I have. It's not as quite big as what I'd like it, and then I got these butterfly ones, kind of shaped like a butterfly, I guess. And these little I guess these are butterfly closures, these little ones. You want to have different variety of them, and make sure they're all like sealed. You want them to be sealed. You don't want any to be open and bacteria filled and things. So make sure these are closed. All mine are. You don't want them to be, again, opened if you're going to use them. Another thing that you may want to have, just in case you are using Band-Aids, would be gauze. And I do have gauze. Oh, this is an eye pad. So I do have an eye patch, which is always nice in case, you know, somebody falls and gets mulch in their eye. But you do want to have a gauze laying around in case it is really, really, really messy. Bleeding a lot, things like that. And last but not least, you may want to have some Tylenol or some Motrin, especially if you're going to do, take your child to the park. Sometimes I know I do get a headache with screaming kids running around and things like that. And it is irritating, so it's nice to have like something to calm me down, some kind of pain relief to get rid of my headache. Also, another thing is most playgrounds around here are mulch, so some little tweezers just to throw in there, just to clean them in case, just to get a little splinter out if they have one. These are always good to have. And in case of sticky, bloody, messy boo-boos, you always need a pair of sterile Band-Aids, or gloves. These are always great to have. Just one pair, just throw them in there. They'll save you from, you know, you getting an infection if you have a cut on your hands or something. So that is all. Thank you for letting me talk to you today about how to prepare a first aid kit for your car. Just a little bit to throw somewhere, or just get yourself a first aid kit from the store in case you have one of these accidents. Thank you so much again. I will talk to you in the next video.